does the word Wicca mean?
Okay. Well, the word Wicca, the Anglo-Saxon term, comes from the words wise ones. And there's actually a council of wise ones called the Wittin, W-I-T-T-A-N, or W-I-T-A-N. And they were basically in the time of the Anglo-Saxon kings in England. They were the priests, the priestesses, doctors, lawyers, the leaders in all areas. And they were on this council of wise. And the kings wouldn't even think of doing anything of importance without consulting the Wittin. So the Wittin, that whole word comes from wise one or council of wise. Therefore, witchcraft means craft of the wise, okay, or craft of the Wittin. So, and the Wittins, basically when we were talking about that sympathetic magic and those agricultural magic, things like that, a priesthood formed up out of paganism, and that's what Wicca really is. It's a priesthood. Because there is a difference between paganism and Wicca. Pagans, we have the same belief systems, but Wiccans take it a step further in terms of ritual and being the ones to do ritual and set up a meeting place and things like that, observe the holidays and full moons and new moons. So
now there's a very important holiday coming up.
Yes.
Halloween. What's its relevance to Wicca in general? Most people would see All Hallows Eve as when the spirits would walk around.
No, that's actually very true.
But as far as, I mean, is that the only connection that...
No. What we call Halloween, it's called Samhain, and that's from the Celtic tradition. And what Samhain is, it's typically the witch's new year. Okay. So it was celebrated as letting go of the old, embracing the new. With that came honoring ancestors. So and that's where the Christian All Souls Day came into play, which is November 1st, the day after Halloween. So Samhain would be, it's also known as the time when the veil between the worlds is the thinnest. So when you could sort of get in contact with or honor those people that have gone on in your life. And all our traditions today derive from what the ancient Celts did, like trick-or-treating. That came from soul caking, it was called. People would make baked goods, soul cakes they would call them, and use them to give to friends, to give to their, like prayers for the dead, give to their people that have gone on and leave out a little offering, kind of like when we leave out a plate of cookies for Santa. You know that tradition of leaving out a plate of cookies for Santa? Same thing. It's nourishment for the soul and also honoring them and saying, thank you for being in my life.
It's actually kind of I mean, I understand it, but it actually is a very funny vision. It's like, here you go. Enjoy it on your way.
Well, actually, there was a great fear of ghosts in Ireland as well. And so some of their traditions were, okay, let's appease the souls so that they can go on their way and not really cause too much mischief. And that's where the disguisers came in, or costuming. Right, because people would go out and lead these big parades and they would dress up as the spirits so as to confuse them. So that they wouldn't mess with them too much. And they would become part of the spirit world. So that's what Halloween is. And it's actually it's the most religious holiday that we have. But it's a time of reflection, just like we have New Year's resolutions. That's what we do at this time. We let go of what doesn't work and we embrace what can work in the next part of the year.
Now, what is the Wiccan year coming up? Is it numbered like the Japanese calendar?
No, I have no idea.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Are they worried about the Y2K?
I mean, we could go all the way back to 25,000 years ago and add it up. But,
no.
Yeah.
Before we talk about some of the items you've brought with you today, let's talk about the broom.
Yes. Okay. The whole myth of the witches flying around, and that really is just, that doesn't want to die. That image, I see that everywhere. But how that came about was, again, back in the times of, the tall, pointy hats. The pagans, in about 1000 AD, it was half and half Christians, half pagans. So, again, the Christians were trying to sort of looking at the pagan rituals and not knowing what to think of them. And one of the rituals that they would do was simply agricultural magic. They would go out to the fields on probably an equinox or something like that, a particular harvest day, and then they would show the crops how high to grow by using a broomstick, which is a phallic symbol, and witchcraft is all about balance. So there's lots of female symbols, lots of male symbols. And it is also a tool in the house. I mean, people would use it to sweep the hearth and sweep whatever needed to be swept in the house. So it was handy.
Right.
I mean, really,
Get
that's where it comes from, you know? So they would jump around the fields, you know, chanting, doing ritual, showing the crops how high to grow. Sympathetic magic, same thing as the hunting ritual of destroying the clay models to show them that's what a good hunt is, and then they go out and hunt. So they're showing the crops how high to grow. And when the Christians saw these pagans running around the fields with their broomsticks, that's when it all got out of control. And that's when they thought, oh, they're flying on broomsticks and, you know, all these things that were foreign to them and made no sense to them.
I mean, really, how high can you jump with a broomstick?
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know, that's what cracks me up is that the things that witches are purported to do are really incredible feats, and that otherwise intelligent adults actually believe some of it still amazes me. That just amazes me. Like, they're buying into this whole hysteria and
Well,
myth.
you know it's true.
Yeah.
I just want to remind our viewers, as always, we are broadcasting live, and if you've got a question or comment for Heidi, feel free to give us a call. 343-3130 is the number. 3130, yes. And if you'd like to contact either one of us by email, you can reach us at experience. Oh, your the little book is falling all over.
I think it wants to be
time
talked
to
about.
blow out these candles, just in case they go a little beyond.
Maybe.
Oh, we forgot to sing happy birthday. Anyway, email us at experience@hotmail.com. No, I'm sorry. Experience@fatv.org. If you want to email me at the hotmail.com, you can. It's experience98. I don't really check it all that much anymore, but what the hey. And the website is www.fatv.org/experience.